Whether it's a bizarre fish with human-like teeth, a mysterious animal that washed ashore, or a weird hybrid that defies explanation.
Oh my god. What the man?
Living in a land of freedom and hiding from the rest of the world, these creatures will definitely keep you on edge.
What is this? It's half turtle, half I don't know.
So tag along for the creepiest sightings of hardly seen critters that shocked everyone.
Oh, hell no. That's crazy.
So there was this super weird, wormy thing lying in the grass, not moving much. It had this pale skin that was all wrinkly and had odd ridges. Honestly, it looked a bit fragile, but also kind of creepy. It moved super slowly, and its face was all crinkly and folded. You could barely see its tiny mouth hidden in those folds. People who came across it were confused at first, not really sure what they were looking at. It gave off a weird, eerie vibe as it slinked away into the grass. It could have been some kind of mutant worm or just a strange-looking animal. Bristle worm. A person gently picked up a strange, wiggly creature that had crawled onto a leaf. This wasn't just any worm, it was a bristle worm. Covered in sharp little bristles. Some bristle worms can release venom through these bristles, causing a sting or irritation if they touch your skin. Its body patterns were both eye-catching and a bit creepy. With over 10,000 types, bristle worms play a key role in nature, helping break down organic materials. Even with its prickly defenses, this tiny creature is crucial for keeping ecosystems healthy and balanced. Duende. In the Pacific Northwest, someone found a strange little creature that looked like a tiny humanoid, and it left a lot of people curious. With its thin limbs and skeletal frame, it almost seemed like something from folklore, like the Duende. But experts think it's probably just a rare or malformed insect or small animal. Its human-like shape and detailed features up close have sparked curiosity. Whether it's an insect with a weird growth or a rare species, this discovery gives us a fascinating look at the diversity and oddness of life around us. Triggerfish. A group of fishermen got the shock of their lives when they reeled in a bizarre catch. The fish had fleshy, human-like lips, which made it look pretty creepy as it wriggled on the boat. Its wide-open mouth revealed rows of teeth that closely resembled human molars, perfect for crushing and grinding. This strange creature is most likely a triggerfish, known for their unique dental structure that helps them break apart shellfish and crustaceans. The fishermen inspected their catch, amazed and a little weirded out by its almost human-like features. Phronima. A group of fishermen pulled in their net and found something strange. A small, see-through creature with glassy skin, twitching tentacles, and tiny black eyes. They were utterly shocked by what they had just caught, but soon they got to know that this odd little thing is called Phronima, and it comes from the deep ocean. It's known for its creepy behavior of hollowing out small sea creatures, like sea salps, and using their bodies as a living shelter. It might look like something from another planet, but Phronima is actually just a weird part of the ocean's ecosystem. But it's definitely not your average catch. Sea creature. Beach workers were left speechless after spotting this strange discovery. A large, pale creature with a swollen face was lying before them. Its body was soft, and its limbs were oddly shaped, ending in claw-like feet. Unsure whether it was an animal or something far more unusual, they called in experts to investigate. It was later revealed to be a severely decayed sea creature, most likely a marine mammal that had undergone extreme decomposition. While decayed animals like whales or large fish are often found washed ashore, this one stood out as something truly bizarre. The kaiju skin mite. A researcher discovered a strange giant insect in a far-off place. This skinny, yellow creature had tentacles and a crab-like body with dark patches on its shell. Its many legs moved fast as it crawled around, checking out the area. Turns out it was a kaiju skin mite, a mutated version of a regular mite, likely changed by environmental toxins and radiation. I don't know about you guys, but the creature's unusual appearance made me wonder how our world is shifting, with pollution and radiation playing a role in creating unexpected forms of life. Mole rat. Beneath the structure, something odd was moving in the dirt. The workers noticed a small creature pushing through the soil. It was smooth, round, and had no visible eyes, with large teeth sticking out from its face, giving it an unusual look. Its pale skin and tiny clawed feet made it perfect for digging underground. The workers were puzzled at first, unsure of what it could be. After watching closely, they finally realized it was a lesser blind mole rat. This little guy is made for life underground and hardly ever comes to the surface. Florida soft-shell turtle. A tourist filmed an unusual creature calmly swimming near the water's edge, totally unbothered by the crowd gathering to watch. Its soft, pale skin and odd look quickly grabbed everyone's attention.
I don't know what in the world you are, but we gonna get you out this water.
The video was shared online, and soon enough, the internet was buzzing with guesses. Some people thought it might be a Florida soft-shell turtle with mild albinism or leucism, a condition where animals lose some or all of their pigment. Wildlife fans started weighing in too. One photographer even claimed that he has seen this condition before in birds like robins and Canadian geese. But this creature's true identity remains a mystery.
Somebody let me know, what is this? It's half turtle, half I don't know what. Boy, you moving too quick. Watch out there now.
Hobbit people. A video making the rounds online shows a strange, small humanoid figure wandering through a dense forest, sparking all kinds of wild rumors. Some are calling it a hobbit person, or even comparing it to Gollum from The Lord of the Rings. Its tiny size and human-like movements have people guessing what it could be. Some think it's proof of the little people mentioned in US folklore, stories passed down for generations about small, hidden beings living in remote places. While some viewers laugh and make Gollum jokes, others seriously believe it could be a rare species or something completely unexplained. Baby Chupacabra. This strange little creature, thought to be a baby chupacabra, was found by a rescue officer, and it looked like it was in tough condition. Small, skinny, and frail, its bony limbs made it seem unhealthy, but it was still playful, tugging at the officer's gloves. Its dark, patchy skin and visible ribs made it look completely different from anything you'd expect. With its sharp features, it really stood out. People who saw it couldn't believe it was from Earth. Some even thought it was an alien creature caught on camera. Alien from Miami. Late at night, police officers stand around a strange object lying in the middle of a quiet street. It's large, oddly shaped, and has a shiny, fleshy surface that makes it look organic. Its weird form and reddish-brown color make it hard to figure out what it is at first glance. The dim streetlights only add to the eerie vibe, highlighting just how unusual this thing is. Some are already whispering that it could be an alien from Miami. The officers keep their distance, carefully watching the strange mass as they try to figure out what to do next. But what do you think? Let me know. River monster. Covered in thick dust, a strange creature was spotted near the muddy riverbank by a group of beachgoers. Its twisted pipe-like body moved in such unnatural ways that it left everyone watching in disbelief. What really unsettled the locals was how the creature could rotate its body a full 360 degrees, rolling through the mud with ease. Whispers began to spread. Was this creature a warning of disaster, or maybe the baby of some ancient river monster? It only added to the mystery that sightings of these kinds of creatures are rare and often linked to strange happenings in nature. Slowly, its dusty, tube-like body sank deeper into the mud. Eleman.
He's moving. He's moving. He's moving. He's moving. Daisy, come here. Daisy, come here.
Check out this wild scene I just heard about. This massive creature that was like half man, half elephant just took off running across this field. It was moving really fast, like it was scared of something. This thing had thick gray skin and a head just like an elephant's, which looked totally out of place in today's world. It was pure panic mode for this guy as he dashed through the streets, looking for somewhere to hide. A rescue team was right on its heels, trying to be all stealthy, but the creature wasn't having it. It ducked into this old run-down building and just vanished. It seemed super scared, like it was trying to dodge being caught at all costs. Black goo. So, there's this video that's all over the internet right now, and it's grabbing a lot of attention. It shows some weird black goo stuck to a wall, but it's moving like it's alive. The goo keeps pulsing and stretching, and parts of it even wiggle like little arms or legs. Everyone who sees it is super puzzled because it looks like nothing you'd find in the natural world. It's just bizarre. Well, here's the craziest thing, that this spooky creature looks just like the black goo from the Alien movies. Finding something like this in real life? Now that would be something to talk about. What do you think it really is? Crabby fish? A fisherman was completely amazed when he pulled a really unusual creature from the water. At first, it looked like a regular fish, but then it started using its fins to walk across the deck like legs.
Immediately no. I'm telling you right now, I seen what I needed.
This creature resembled an African clawed frog, but its odd, mismatched limbs made it seem like a mutant or hybrid. It moved like a crab, showing off features from different species. This sighting suggests there could be changes happening in our waters, possibly because of environmental issues.
Immediately no. I'm telling you right now, I seen what I needed.
Black lace worm. In Las Vegas, people are confused by a strange creature that's been spotted around. It's got a flat, shiny black body with wiggly, tentacle-like parts that move creepily. These lace-like tendrils stretched out, making it look like a weird black lace worm. Everyone who's seen it feels a bit uneasy, but they can't stop watching as it moves across the sandy ground in such a strange, unpredictable way. Its bizarre look has got people talking, and it's unusual to see something like this in a place like Vegas. Definitely not your everyday creature.
What the hell is this?
Alien root.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Kita makan bagian perutnya dulu. Bismillah.
A local woman made a strange find while working in her yard. A root-like creature with limbs that looked oddly human. Its twisted body and almost lifelike appearance made it seem like something out of a sci-fi movie, especially with how much it resembled Marvel's Groot. Things got even weirder when she recorded a vlog about it. After digging it up, she decided to cook and eat it, which left everyone completely shocked.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Kita makan bagian perutnya dulu. Bismillah.
No one really knows what it was, and there hasn't been any investigation, leaving the root's true identity a mystery, but it looked like something alien. Hairless monkey. During a quick break on his trip, a tourist came across a creature that totally threw him off. It had long, thin limbs, big, dark eyes, and no hair at all, which gave it a really strange, almost alien-like look. Its smooth, bare skin made it even more eerie. curious, the tourist took a video and posted it online, causing a lot of buzz. People quickly started guessing what it was. Some thought it might be a monkey with alopecia, a condition that causes hair loss. Others wondered if it was a genetically mutated primate, or maybe even a rare, unknown species. Creepy humanoid. A strange little creature was discovered on a farm, leaving the farmer totally confused. Its look was super eerie. Big, round eyes, a wide-open mouth, and a body full of hair, even though it seemed like a newborn. Most baby animals are born hairless, but this tiny thing was covered in fur, which instantly raised eyebrows. Its mix of baby-like features and odd proportions, with those huge eyes and weird expressions, had everyone scratching their heads. This creepy, almost humanoid creature might be some unknown species, or possibly a mutation, but no one's quite sure what to make of it. The Kongamato. In the deep forests of Central Africa, people have reported seeing strange animals for years. It's described as a huge, bat-like creature with big, leathery wings, kind of like a flying reptile from ancient times. Locals say it has a pointed beak and sometimes charges boats or people near rivers. They call it the Kongamato, which means breaker of boats. This creature has scared both local tribes and explorers for ages. Some think it's a leftover from ancient times, while others believe it's just a bird or bat that's been misunderstood. No one really knows for sure. Mousy fish. A fisherman on the dock spotted a strange creature struggling by the edge. The front half looked like a fish, with fins and gills, while the back half resembled a mouse. Its long, snake-like tail moved smoothly into the water, making it seem like some sort of mousy fish.
What is this fish?
Even after creating quite a fuss about its identity and starting an online debate, this creature's true identity remains a mystery. If you have an opinion, let me know in the comments below.
What is this fish?
Mononicus. Late at night, a researcher carried a covered animal into the jungle, bought for testing. As soon as the cloth was lifted, the creature was seen running into the bushes, and then disappeared in seconds. It had long legs, a bird-like body, and one sharp claw on each arm. The way it moved was unlike anything seen today. And let me tell you guys that this wasn't just any creature, but it was a Mononicus, a dinosaur thought to be extinct for millions of years. Whether brought back in a lab or found in some ancient fossil storage, its sudden reappearance was nothing short of mind-blowing. Horsehair worm. While hiking through rocky terrain in Hsinchu, Taiwan, a hiker stumbled upon something strange that looked like tangled barbed wire. But to her surprise, the black strands started moving on their own. She became so curious that she shared the video on Facebook, hoping for an exact answer. Netizens quickly jumped to wild conclusions, some even suggesting it was proof of aliens or a mutated species. Experts soon chimed in, identifying the odd creature as a nematomorpha, or horsehair worm. These worms usually grow inside insects like grasshoppers, crickets, or cockroaches, and when they're ready, they emerge and gather in water or damp places. Dark creature. In the shallow waters near the shore, people spotted a strange dark creature floating quietly. Its large, leathery body blended perfectly with the murky surroundings. The creature had a flat head. Its fish-like shape seemed almost as if it was sleeping, gently shifting with the movement of the water. Some thought it might be an unidentified species. Not knowing what they were looking at, onlookers began to speculate. Some believed it could be a deep-sea creature that somehow surfaced, while others thought it might be a wounded sea animal.
Ребят, что за чудо-юдо такое? 19-е, 10-е.
Hibernating mystery. As workers dug into the ground, they saw something that seemed straight out of a Harry Potter scene, like when Ron Weasley faced those screaming mandrakes. Beneath the dirt were tightly packed, strangely shaped figures, giving off an ancient and eerie vibe. Everyone was left scratching their heads at the bizarre sight, but after taking a closer look, the mystery was solved. These weren't ancient remains, they were just turtles. Actually, they were Asian soft-shell turtles that were hibernating in the mud. Jerboa hopping mouse. I just came across this video, and it's both adorable and shocking. It shows this tiny, weird creature hopping around with a long tail, huge eyes, and the cutest little body. At first, I thought it was something from a fantasy movie. Turns out, it's a Jerboa hopping mouse, a real animal known for its crazy jumping skills, kind of like a tiny kangaroo. Normally, they live in deserts, so seeing one in someone's home was truly shocking. Juvenile owl. The more people avoid it, the more these creatures come out and surprise them. This time it was a wildlife photographer who captured the mysterious creature. Why I called it a creature instead of an owl is due to its mysterious feathery tail. The man recorded this weird creature and asked the online spectators about it, and it started a debate. Some called it a new species that the guy accidentally captured, while some debunked the evidence. But I am leaving your truth on you guys to decide. Sea cucumber. This woman is holding a long creature in her hands out on the calm ocean. Its soft body is covered in many tiny bumps that make it look odd. The animal is a Thelonota ananas, which usually lives on the ocean floor. These prickly redfish sea cucumbers, despite looking strange, are important for ocean health. They help recycle nutrients in the sea by breaking down lifeless sea creatures. Sea cucumbers are safe and needed for healthy oceans, even though they look weird. Hope she placed it back in its home. Basket starfish. As the fishermen hauled in their nets, they were caught off guard by a strange creature tangled in the ropes. When they held it up to the camera, they saw its long, twisting arms moving like tangled branches. Well, it turned out to be a basket starfish, a unique type of starfish with thin, branched arms. Unlike regular starfish, the basket star's arms split into smaller branches, forming a web-like structure. This allows the basket star to catch tiny plankton and food from the water. Its ability to move its arms in all directions makes it look like a living, moving ball of branches. A truly fascinating sight. One-horned cow. While strolling through a field, a farmer noticed something odd. A cow with a single large horn that curved into a loop. It definitely stood out from the rest. Curiosity got the better of him, so he got a little closer to check it out. Researchers say this horn shape can happen due to genetic mutations or environmental factors. Sometimes, if a horn gets hurt while growing, it can end up looking like this. But despite its strange appearance, the one-horned cow just kept grazing, totally unaware of how rare and special it was. White blob. Two fishermen were out on the water when they noticed what looked like a massive, dusty rock. But as they got closer, something strange happened. They carefully approached and opened it up, only to find a giant white blob inside. And within that blob, pristine white eggs were almost glowing in their odd little nest. While it might seem bizarre to most, The fishermen didn't look too surprised. It seemed like they knew what they were looking for. But the big question remains. What exactly were those eggs? No one can really say for sure. Just one more mystery from the depths of the unknown. Mammoth. Deep in the dense jungle, a baby elephant appeared, but something about it looked off. Its head and face were covered in thick, dark hair, especially around the forehead and chin, giving it a strange, ancient look, almost like a mini mammoth. The rough hair on such a young elephant left people scratching their heads, wondering if this could be a mammoth clone. Its long, shaggy beard and bushy hair stood out against its smooth body, creating a sight no one would forget anytime soon. Bird-cat hybrid. During a casual stroll through the park, a local came across something completely unexpected. Sitting on a stone was a creature that seemed like it came right out of a dream. It had the body of a graceful bird, but its head was that of a curious cat. People who gathered around were left speechless as its vibrant feathers blended perfectly with its soft fur. Some whispered about secret experiments, trying to make sense of the sight. But I'll leave the truth to you. What do you think this incredible hybrid could be? One thing's for sure. It's a sight that won't be easily forgotten. Processed owl.
I'll drop you today, you never see anything.
In Mexico, someone spotted an owl quietly sitting in the corner of an abandoned home. And soon, the guy realized that it's not some ordinary owl. Yes, its fluffy wings trembled, and its head was moving in an odd, bobbing motion. The owl's big, round eyes glowed softly in the dim light, while its brown and gray feathers allowed it to blend into the dusty surroundings.
I'll drop you today, you never see anything.
In Mexican folklore, owls are often seen as witches in disguise, believed to bring bad omens and mysterious happenings. The eerie scene left the person wondering if there was more to this owl than met the eye. Spinosaurus animatronic. A massive creature was captured hanging in the lab, and let me tell you why it's impossible to miss. Its huge, scaly body is being looked at closely, and you can even see scars all over its thick, wrinkled skin. This thing clearly lived a rough life. Honestly, it looks like a Spinosaurus to me, one of those dinosaurs from way back. You can see its ribs and some of its features, which gives it a really unique appearance. While it may be lifeless now, it's incredible to imagine how powerful this creature must have been when it roamed the earth. Pretty fascinating, right? Unknown creature. A strange, decaying creature was discovered deep in the Amazon, leaving the person who found it completely puzzled. It had a humanoid form, with a long, thin arm ending in claw-like fingers, and its skin looked gray and leathery. The body was bloated, likely from decomposition. As the person poked it with a stick, they got a closer look at its face, which only deepened the mystery. Its skull-like head was partially affected, showing exposed teeth and hollow eye sockets. With no clear answers, this cryptid sparked a lot of speculation. The subscriber's pick. And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. A man by mistake walked into a secret lab. As he looked around, he saw a huge, extraordinary creature hanging from the ceiling. It was a giant marine creature, but unlike any he had seen before. Its skin was rough and reddish-brown, and its sharp teeth looked like they could crush anything. The creature's long body hung still, with its big tail slightly curved, making the scene even scarier. The room was filled with odd machines, and it was clear that some sort of experiment was happening. The man stood there, shocked and confused. Suddenly, he heard footsteps. Fear took over, and he ran out of the lab quickly, not wanting to be caught inside with that terrifying creature.